Vex, what do you think I put as the image for this week's chapter? Chainsaw Man, by the way. Chainsaw Man!
Chainsaw Man. Okay. I've got
um,
mouthful food.
well, whatever. What did I put as the image? What do you think?
A fallen down girl.
That would be pertinent for every week.
That's true.
Well, if you had your notifications on for Discord, you would know because I used your DMs as a conduit to get the PNG to my.
Okay. Let me see. Oh my fucking god. No.
He was your boy. You loved him more than anyone.
And he's gone.
I named the file. I don't know if you can see it on Discord. I named the file "Rip in Peace."
You're an asshole. But yeah, rip in peace.
So he's laying on the desk next to you, where he deserves to be.
This was like a great chapter, but it was super short, pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm. But you see my man Fujimoto on that. Every week I check, I'm like 7 days, 7 days. I mean, like I'm just honestly I'm shocked. I think maybe I don't know. He hyped himself up. He
got on some kink site and decided I need to get me a Dami Mommy to get these chapters out every week.
Yeah. That is what motivates him. But anyway, for me, the standout of this chapter, and this is probably gonna be pretty short because not a lot happened. But the standout of this chapter for me is fucking Asa just beating the shit out of Fami. like the way that she's getting her out of the way. I'm like, girl, you're hurting her just as much as she'd be hurt. It's like, oh, dodge!
I loved it.
She's like, you try having one arm.
I mean that has to be a giant layer of like overcoming, right? That first
a giant hindrance.
Weeks. Yeah, a hindrance of like those first few weeks, months of being like disabled in that way.
I just like that she's fully committing to a drop kick each time. It's like we're talking like Rey Mysterio level, like where WWE, your body is completely vertical and hovering 6 feet off the ground. Drop kick. It's really impressive to be honest.
It really is. Like, there are other ways to fight than a drop kick from
not
the top
even
rope.
Fighting. That's what makes it funny. This is her way of getting her out of the way. You can't just like run into her, shove her a little bit. It's like drop kick.
Just, shoulder check, hip check, something other than like full on drop kick. Like,
What's funny
crazy.
Is it's Fami, and she's one of the horsemen. I have no doubt she can take care of herself. That's the funny thing. It's just that she's lazy. So like, if she, in another world where she gets hit by Katana Man, I feel like she'd be like, oh, ow. And then she'd like do something, and then Katana Man would like be her slave.
Yeah, no, like straight up, I am here for the Katana Man slave arc. I am pouring one out for my boy Gilfoy, or however you say
was
the
that the eye patch man?
No, the guillotine thing.
Oh yeah, guillotine.
I fucking. Every time I get something precious in this series, it is ripped and taken from me.
You can't have anything. Yeah. No, he just shits out a design like that just to kill it immediately. Well, it's probably not dead. It's probably just refusing to come back. He's just like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
I can only give so many circumcisions, The blade is dull. Yeah. I need to come back.
He needs to, what? I was gonna make some sort of Jewish joke, but.
Go for it. It's the perfect time to do it.
They love their circumcisions over there.
Yeah, they just gotta wait and make an event out of it.
I do like this moment where, because I mean, the implication is that I'm assuming this woman he's staring at is his wife, right?
Yeah, that's the vibes I'm getting. It's the wife that he cheated on and then got scolded by a high schooler.
I can't believe he was like, why me? Why? God? I've never done anything wrong in my entire life. And she's like, really? Like, never? And he's like, well, besides that one 6 month.
I had a 6-month affair, And
then she's like, oh my God, what a douche.
Like, why are you venting to a high schooler, too?
Well, we found out that he was just talking to stall time to get Katana Man, so Katana Man would get there, right?
Yeah.
Now someone in the comments last week told us who the eye patch guy was because I had forgotten. Do you remember?
Let me pull it up here.
I found it. I just found it. Also the eye patch guy was at the aquarium, and he also squared up with Yuko using brass knuckles back at the school. Oh, okay, so he was part of the right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Some think he might secretly be the Fire Devil because his name in Japanese means Justice Agni. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, he's definitely not on their side. He's he's like, fuck this shit. Wait, hold on. He had a wife, and he was in. Why was he in the? Oh, okay, never mind. So he wasn't part of the school club. He was probably one of the rando devil hunters that showed up at the school. Okay, one of the ones that didn't get killed by School Shooter-san.
Yeah, praise School Shooter-san.
Dude, Chainsaw Man, join us at the Chainsaw Man fandom. We have the best characters like Sexual Assault Chan, School Shooter Chan.
A bomb, a literal bomb, you know, we got...
Where's the 9/11 devil when you need it?
Well, it hasn't happened. Well, it should have happened, actually.
Oh, no, you're right. No, it wouldn't, because we're in 1999.
Yeah, so we're a little off,
We're coming. The Future Devil is like, Future Devil's thinking about it every day. He's like, soon.
You know, it took like 2 days for people to recreate 9/11 in Lego Fortnite, you know. It's just like our like coping mechanism as the millennial generation is just we just vibe, right?
Yeah, when something fucked up happens every day, all you can do is laugh at it.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good. I need to send. I wonder if you'd be interested. There's a YouTuber I loved, past tense. I love. His name is, or his YouTube name is Dreg. I know I've shown you some of his skits.
Yeah,
before.
you showed me a couple.
Bro, he has this great series on irony poisoning, which is like where he talks about like how like the coping mechanism of our generation is to like coat everything in irony. It's really interesting, and it's like fun, and he gets it. I mean, he even says like you'd be insane to not, because otherwise like we have so much information constantly coming at us. We learn about every single tragedy down to like, you know, some like slave rape in like Nicaragua or something. Like we hear all this terrible shit. So like the thing that we do to cope with that is like, well, that's crazy, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to be careful, because if you dive too deep into the irony, then you kind of lose the genuine side of yourself, which is not good.
Yeah,
he describes it like one more thing. Sorry, he describes it like a defense mechanism. But if the defense mechanism gets too strong, then you can't let those walls down to enjoy something that's good in your life.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it's this like giant, like that's how people like Rick from Rick and Morty kind of become reality.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah, because the nothing matters, and then if nothing matters, then you can't enjoy anything.
Right. Like there's like a giant subsect of our generation that is like 100% like Rick too. It's sad, but like I understand where it comes from.
It's very hard to hang out with people like that too. Like, you know, you can't even have like a genuine conversation.
It sucks. Like I had the misfortune of dealing with one while I was on tour, and I'm just like, I want to stay the fuck away from you. Like, was this me when I was like 100% intoxicated all the time?
I think you definitely had a past where you were more like lol, nothing matters, irony, ironic, haha. But you've been a lot better. You've genuined up for sure. I think we both did, you know what I mean? I think back to like the arc where we were like douchey to Thurman for no reason, you know, like we were both pretty bad.
Sometimes he deserved it though.
Sure, but I mean, if you think about it, he was like the most genuine out of all of us, right? But he was just genuinely autistic, right? Whereas you and I would like try to hide our autism by being like, no, actually we're above that. We're cool. So really, if you think about it, the things we were making fun of Thurman for was just being like genuinely excited about his interests, and we were kind of the douchebags in that situation.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. I know that's hidden deep lore for people that haven't been watching us for a while.
But here's the thing that I find absolutely intriguing about this, because the next chapter will be 5 chapters in a row. I'm actually hyped again to be reading this week to week, because there's actually shit happening on screen, and I think I've realized like the monkey brain in me likes when action is happening a lot more than the nothingness. And the irony is, like, 95% of the games that I play are 100+ hour JRPGs, where a lot of it is walking in one direction.
Yeah, you know, I can't comprehend that. I mean, I was even today, because I'm playing Celeste. One of the things that made me forget to call you is because I've been playing Celeste, and I'm on one of the last levels. It's the seaside of the summit, which is like the hardest version of the last level. And there's like, and I'm playing it. and it's just so like it's just like reaction speed. You know, it's a lot. It's really intense. And I think about those games that are all menus, and I wanted to make like a douche tweet, like a joke tweet, where it's like you know, gamers who want to game but don't have the skill play RPGs.
There is a lot more skill involved in like RPGs though.
RPG skill? No, I disagree. RPG skill is more like, to me, it doesn't feel like gamer skill. That feels more like you'd be good at doing an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, fuck you! I was gonna say a lot of it is knowing how.
Oh, no doubt, it's a skill I don't have. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of pre-planning, but to me it feels like homework. Genuinely.
I'm watching my partner play through fucking Crisis Core right now. I'm like, oh, wait until you get to where the materia fusion portion is, and they're like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, you can fuse your materia, and they're just like, I fucking hate this.
How do you feel about people that are like obsessed with like Stardew Valley, Minecraft, you know, Slime Rancher, like games like that?
I mean, I get the appeal. Like, I actually enjoyed Slime Rancher for a decent chunk of time. But like, if there is no objective, like with Minecraft, for example, like I know you kill the Ender Dragon, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it's barely.
But like,
you can do that in like 3 hours.
You can do it in like 2 seconds if you get lucky. But like there is, like, there has to be an objective on screen or like a quest or something for me to.
That's something that I've noticed about myself too. Yeah, I prefer games with like I like games with an endpoint. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, give me a story and give me a quest, and I will go do the thing. But I will get lost in your fucking world, right?
Yeah, I got to give you full props too, because you were ahead of the game on the pessimism about Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I agree with you. I do. You know, like I don't think it's terrible. I think it's important to state it's not a terrible game at all. It's objectively fun, but it is just a sandbox. It doesn't feel like a game to me. It feels more just like I don't know how to put
this. A world creator inside of a game.
Yeah, and like, and I've seen a lot more. I think people were hoping that Tears of the Kingdom was going to kind of evolve beyond the Breath of the Wild formula to make it feel a little bit more linear, a little bit more like a concrete story. And then when it didn't, and it was just Breath of the Wild expansion pack, basically, I've seen a lot more like, ooh, this isn't the Zelda we want sentiment on YouTube. There's a lot of really good video essays about it.
I respect them trying things different. Me too. Right? Like, that's something that you need in game development. That's a lot of studios refuse to.
To me, that's what separates Nintendo from like your Activisions and your, I don't even know, other, like the Call of Duties and the Assassin's Creeds and the Nintendo. God bless them. They're always trying something new with their like main IPs.
Right, like, I respect the fuck out of Nintendo for that. Like, but there is a level to risk mitigation that you need to take. If you are getting pushback on an idea, maybe listen to your audience. And this is something Ubisoft fucking fails at.
Yeah. Well, it's rough with Zelda. I'm sorry, do you want to finish what you're
saying? I can be a little bit more unhinged with Ubisoft because they kicked me out of the partner server. Because I was a little too critical on Skull and Bones. But there is something to be said about their unwillingness to listen to their audience, because
Nintendo or Ubisoft?
Ubisoft. Okay. I was a huge Siege fan. I sank hours and hours. Even when we lived together, I sank hours and hours with Siege. And then people were trying to get them to do like balancing, like basic fucking balancing. And they just doubled down and listened solely to the esports audience. This is the same issue that Activision ran into with Overwatch. With Nintendo, they have two main audiences, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say the normies are winning, unfortunately.
Yeah, they have the normies that are winning, that want like open world sprawling games that can actually run on the hardware that they have, right? But they also have the diehard fans that want like their traditional Zelda, and I guess we fall under that diehard fan that wants a traditional Zelda. And
yeah, do you mind if I expand on what you're saying?
Yeah.
So like, because like there are, I'm not trying to shit on people. I think it's just this is just what I observe. There are types of games that require more attention span, right? Like there's like time commitment, you got to dive in, and then there are types of games where you can turn it on, play for 15 minutes, turn it off. You know what I mean? And I feel like people, like the normie audience, really wants games like that, where like you can just pop in, run around, do one little thing, and then turn it off because people are so like, gotta go, go, scroll through TikTok, you know what I mean? And like the old Zelda games, I even feel it because like I constantly push myself to not I don't know, what's the word? Be a slave to that like dopamine, like quicker instinct that's in my brain because I understand the appeal of like these newer types of games because I think a lot of people like to just jump in and not have to do like a linear story. But to me, the rewarding feeling from completing a game with a linear story is much more. It's a lot more rewarding than just like a run around fuck around game. You know what I mean? So I get the appeal of both. I do.
Yeah, like I absolutely adore like the open world RPGs, but there is a point where like I want to just come in and play a round of Hades, for example, or drop into like a level of Binding of Isaac and just fucking dick around for like 15-20 minutes and then fuck off because, you know, we're adults at this point. You know, we don't have as much time usually. I'll be joining you on the unemployment line here pretty soon.
Well, hopefully as you're getting in, I'm getting out because I'm getting pretty close to getting a new one.
Yeah, it's just a revolving door for this channel, unfortunately.
Well, I don't want people to think this is the first time I've ever been unemployed since I was a kid.
It hit Thurman last year when he moved up here, and then it hit me, and then it hit you, and now it hit me again. But no, like there's something to be said about like the lovingness that is being poured into like the open world side of things. Like I beat Rebirth a couple nights ago, like 100%ed everything that I planned to 100%, right? I'm not going around and trying to get the platinum trophy, fuck that shit. But the amount of content in that game is fucking absurd, right? Like I could easily see why there are people that are bitching about having too many mini games or too many things in there because it is overwhelming for somebody that has never played that type of game before.
Not even
right?
just overwhelming, but if you put too many things in, they all end up being mediocre, in my opinion. I think the older I get, the more I like games that focus on like one thing and do it excellent versus games that try to do 30,000 different things. You know?
But these are like little tiny side mission style things. Like none of them are relatively overly important. You do
so that's a good point. Okay, have you played the newest Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah, I played 16.
Okay. Do you feel me? So I've been watching Allie play that one. And like there's like a million bajillion side quests and they're all fucking stupid. Yeah,
I agree.
They're all just time wasters. It's like run over there, beat a monster, a quick little cutscene of like a character saying, "Thanks, here's 70 gil," and then and you know or whatever.
Dead ass. I loved the kaiju battle shit in 16. I was not a fan of 16 overall.
Yeah, no, it looks way more boring than the other. I've watched her play a bunch of them. But like the side quests, right? They boast like, oh, there's so much content, but then like 90% of it is dumb shit.
It's a Ubisoft game. It's a Ubisoft game.
The same thing, by the way. I have the same problem with Breath of the Wild: Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, all there's a million billion side quests, but 90% of them are, I want 16 of this kind of fruit. Get it to me, and I'll give you a diamond. And you know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, it's like the forager brains. Like it's the same people that fucking play Minecraft, that play Stardew Valley, and like sure those games are fun, but like I don't got that forager brain that motherfuckers be having where they just like they're so entertained by like, oh, I have 13 pineapples and now I'm growing avocados and like what the hell? I want to play a game. You know what I mean? So if you strip out all that nonsense, you just have like 4 mediocre ass temples in Tears of the Kingdom. By the way, like the temples used to be like the thing about Zelda, and now the temples are fucking garbage because they want so badly for it to be open world. So you have to be able to do them in any order. So they can't like ramp up in difficulty, and they can't like be contingent on one specific item, like how Zelda temples always used to be. You'd go into a temple and be like, okay, this temple's gonna be the hookshot temple, and you're gonna use the hookshot to get around, and it's gonna be really cool. Can't do that anymore. Every single puzzle is a stupid fucking physics engine puzzle because everything has to be a stupid fucking physics engine puzzle. So every puzzle is you rolling a ball into a hole. Oh my god.
See, that was fun in Breath of the Wild for like maybe 10 minutes.
Yes. If Breath of the Wild was, because we talked about earlier how they always do new things with Zelda, and I love that. If Breath of the Wild was the open world physics engine Zelda, and then they did something new with the next one, that'd be great. The only problems arose because I thought Tears of the Kingdom was gonna like expand in like a really, really big way. There's cool additions in Tears of the Kingdom, but not enough. It still feels like the same game. So to me, they have clarified that Tears is gonna be the last Zelda in like this particular world. So I'm hoping that the next one's like big and different and yada yada. So we'll see.
Oh God, wait until like 2027 when the Switch 2 Pro comes out for that game to come out.
Oh yeah, it'll probably be like they're usually 4 to 5 years in between Zelda games, yeah. But I'm excited for the next Mario. I want to see what they do with like a big old next gen Mario, because everything's getting open world now, and like the rumors I'm hearing, because there's like leakers, the rumors I'm hearing is that they're gonna try to do like a fully open world Mario platformer, and I was thinking about it, and I think actually that would work better for Mario than Zelda.
Yeah, because like Mario is more like 3-dimensional in his platforming,
and that's a game where you're just meant to run around. Like, it's a platformer. The definition of those kinds of games is you're running around, fucking around, and just enjoying jumping around.
Right.
So
I saw that there was like it's supposed to be like based around like the movie universe too. I was seeing.
What? Oh God, I hope not. I guess unless you mean like the design of the world or something. When you said that, I thought you meant like I thought we were dealing with like a Mortal Kombat the movie the game situation.
No. Like it was like all it said in like.
If Chris Pratt voices Mario in this game.
First Mario I don't buy. But like the rumor was like one line is like those old fucking style Nintendo Direct leaks. So take it with a grain of salt. It was like based around the world of the game. Right, or based around the world of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see maybe some overlap on there, but I don't want it to have anything to do with the movie at all. The only thing I heard was that it's going to be like really, because like the Switch 2, the only thing they can really do with the Switch 2 is make it like way better graphically. So like I think that what I'm hearing is that a lot of the Switch 2 games are going to be focusing on like looking crazy good. So like I mean, the idea of like a really graphically good Mario that's like super open world, that actually does sound kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of it in like
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yeah, that was interesting. I loved the mixing of like graphical styles in that game, like the photorealistic T-Rex.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I will do an edit on this where I like show where the timestamps for like where the off topic, because this has like been completely off topic. All right, we started with Chainsaw Man. Let's wind it back to Chainsaw Man to finish. How's that sound?
Yeah. Like,
so
for me, like what I want from the next chapter, which is 7 days, right?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't check on this one. I want some clarification on the layout of this building, right? Because now
like an Oda style map.
Not necessarily an Oda style map, because I figure it's going to be like a battle throughout this building now that Katana Man's here, right? And it looks like we got the hammer and nail.
Yes, the British Poppins. I'm excited. So we have to take the L. We did make a joke that he would never show back up again, but he did.
Yeah, he did. Probably just to get completely annihilated.
Believe in him. I believe in him. But
you
to be fair,
in him on behalf of Luke.
The last time nah. Don't bring Luke into this. I was gonna say, no. I believe in him because he's charming. What was I gonna say? Oh no, but then again, the last time I believed in a character, it was sexual assault chance. So we'll see.
Yeah. You have a lot of L's in believing in characters here.
Fujimoto, man, it's hard to predict. I mean, I'm sure you thought Gyukni was gonna be the next marketable plushie.
He is, damn it. My crow brain taking my vitamins right now because I almost forgot.
What if, dude, I want a plushie of him with like a real working guillotine in the middle, like it's actually a blade.
Yes, please. That'll be used in the next skit where I cut my hand off.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks.
That is sarcasm, by the way. I need my hand for multiple reasons.
Jerking it.
Jacking it.
But yeah, so I'm curious how Kobani's brother, if he's gonna be important in any way going forward. I want, honestly, if he makes it all the way to Denji, I want him to be like, you remind me of someone. And like they actually mention Kobani. I'd love that.
And flash over to like Kobani in a bikini on a beach sipping a fucking Mai Tai.
Yes, I hope she's living her best life, truly.
She deserves the world.
I love her. Let's see. But yeah, so I mean, I like half of this chapter is just this guy stalling and being like, it is kind of funny though. He's like, it reminds me of, okay, have you watched that Netflix show, I Think You Should Leave? It's a comedy sketch show.
I watched the first 2 episodes of it.
Okay, but I'm sure you've seen a bunch of clips of like,
oh
on TikTok,
god, it was
right?
like half my fucking TikTok. That's why I watched
So
it.
fucking funny. Have you seen the skit with and you don't say you did unless you've seen it, because I can just explain it to you. But did you see the skit where like he crashes a hot dog car into a building?
I don't remember that one.
Okay,
no.
so the skit is like, it's like smoky, and everyone, someone just crashed a car into a building, and they're all like, "Oh God, what the fuck?" And then the smoke clears, and they're like, "Who did that? Who crashed a Oscar Mayer Wienermobile into the building?" And they're looking around, and there's one guy. It's the main guy, and he's in a fucking hot dog costume. He's like, "Yeah, who did it?" And the whole time he's like, we gotta like how about we all just close our eyes and whoever did it can just get out of here. We promise not to be mad. Very funny. But I'm getting that vibe with it reminds me of this, because towards the end of that skit he does this whole thing where he's like, wow, I can't believe you guys would just you don't even know my name, you don't even know who I am, and you're gonna accuse me of a crime. And he's saying this as he's like backing into the vehicle to like run away. So it just reminds me, he's doing this half a chapter. This guy's like, wow, you guys, nothing happened to you, but I lost everything. I was a good Christian man. I never did a single thing wrong. Well, never. Well, I did cheat on my wife for 6 months, but that doesn't count. Just so that
doesn't count.
I feel like that'll play really funny in the anime, because I'm getting like a 5-minute speech vibes, and then finally he's like, well, I did cheat on my wife.
Yeah. She said we should open the marriage, but she didn't like the person I was sleeping with because I worked with them. I can just picture whoever's voicing them, expanding the monologue.
Yes,
just
please.
to drag it out.
he get in his earpiece. He's like Katana Man's like, you gotta hold him for 2 more minutes. I'm still on my way. I was at like Burger King.
He's just rotting, like the Hulk, basically.
Yeah, jumping through buildings, and he's just like, and then I said to her, you never want me to do anal. Why not? You scared or something?
I promise I've got the special lube for it.
It's a I was gonna say, I said the same thing. I was gonna be like, it's a numbing lube. You won't feel a thing. This is for my pleasure, not yours.
We are horrible people.
And she was scared she was gonna shit on my dick, and I said, that's okay, girl. I'm into it. But anyway, she wouldn't fuck me in the ass, or she wouldn't let me fuck her in the ass, so I cheated on her for 6 months with someone who would let me fuck her in the ass.
It's not sinful if it's in the butthole.
All right, headcanon, the woman he cheated on his wife with was sexual assault Chan.
I mean, she do be putting out probably,
Bro,
so why not?
If there's any girl who gives the energy that she be putting out, it's her. Her holes are used, bro. I'm getting it. Real vibes.
Like she is literally the definition of like trying the biggest dildo ever.
Good for her. Yeah, she's a Chatterbait streamer for sure. And I'm subscribed.
Same.
She would do a story time TikTok about how she almost got to fuck Chainsaw Man. She was like, I was this close to fucking Chainsaw Man, but work got in the way. What can I say?
Oh god, work got in the way. He wouldn't use his chainsaw on my clit, and
God.
with that, peace.
Wait, I feel like there's something we didn't talk about. There's gotta be, right? That's too quick.
Really fucking isn't.
Wait, let me just quick check over.
Really fucking isn't.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That was the best outro, and you ruined it.
I'm sorry. No, it's okay. We can go with another one. Wow, this chapter is so short.
It was literally 15 minutes of us talking about video game.
Good, yeah. Well, there's one more thing I can say. I do really like the part where he's looking through the window and like this man's wife just like clunks her chainsaw on the glass, and it's like thunk. There's even like a sound effect like thump. I feel like that's gonna be like a cool moment in the anime.
Oh yeah.
Fuck man, we gotta say something funny again.
You ruined it.
You're right. I'm sorry. I just felt so. You gotta warn a motherfucker, okay?
I mean, how is that any more or less degenerate than Clip Bullet, man?
I miss Clip Bullet.
No,
if you don't know, you got to go back to our other channel. Just look up Controlled Chaos Chainsaw Man reviews. There'll be a fucking playlist, and just watch them all until you get to Clip Bullet.
Somebody in the community put together one, remember? It's still being updated.
Clit Bullet, I believe, was Bomb Devil, because there was a part where she like launched like a part of her body off like as a projectile, and we were like, she theoretically could do that with her clit, and that was the end of that. That was
yeah.
Well, so what was the cum wall again?
That was when they were in the house and they had like the Tap Me screen divider there.
You just hearing the ropes hit that fucking like thin ass paper divider.
Yep. I had just watched like the Off Topic podcast where Andy, the one editor dude that was this big Star Wars fan, was talking about how like he had like a cum stain on his wall because he would just wipe after he got done.
Not okay. That's not okay. I don't like that at all. I'm sorry. Like listen, man. Like I get being lazy, but don't subject yourself to those kind of conditions. Just get a fucking cloth. Literally, and then just throw it in the laundry and wash it, okay?
Yeah, no, like, literally, a microfiber cloth to shoot your load on.
I don't know about microfiber, because if your skin's dry, it does that thing where it's like...
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, like, you can just catch your load, too, unless you got, like, the giant rope shooter.
I know how to end this. Okay? I got it. You know that meme where it's like, and they hated him because he told the truth? It's about to happen to me, okay? Listen, all you gotta do... If you don't want to waste trees, you don't want to jizz into a sock or a cloth, just come all over your stomach and then jump right in the shower.
Damn right.
Yeah, and with that, we giving the good advice over here on Chaos Squared.